tell me who relate. All these niggas on my dick, I be my own money getting paid. And I just say about the mix, bad bitch love my face. See this color drink amigos. We just drew Dracos. Lamborghini, love the headshot. And don't Smooth got the drop for me, how you want it? 100K passed up, being on these bitches, they home. I don't need praise, bro, told me we rollin'. Cruise on the road rage. Some niggas want that paid in full, but I just know I'm full paid. Got drip like a runway. Really time before.
Welcome back to WSJU Radio, the #1 college radio station all over New York City. With your host, Intro Kev. Here to bring him out here.
What's good, man?
We got Smoovito in the building.
Happy to be here. Know what's going on.
How's it going? How's life? How's everything?
Life is good. It's been grinding with this music shit. It's been traveling a lot. Been in LA, Atlanta, all types of shit. So about to definitely grind hard this whole year.
New year. What's the goals for the year? 2022 just started. What's the goals for the rest of the year?
I'm trying to drop a couple of tapes. I'm definitely trying to drop an EP probably like the next month or two for sure. Definitely trying to get into that.
And what made you feel like this is the year to drop tapes and EPs? Because you only been dropping singles throughout like your career and stuff like that. What made you feel like,
I just feel like I'm ready, to be honest. And I'm underrated as fuck. I feel like everybody's really got to chime into me. You feel me? And really just know what the fuck going on with me, like, to be honest. Like, so I'm ready to definitely drop an EP for sure.
Why do you feel like you're underrated?
I don't know. I feel like mad people be on my dick for sure. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like I'm one of the nicest, not only in Connecticut, but just like all around, to be honest. And I just feel like I'm just like, right now, it's like a year I got to prove myself to mad people, so I'm just trying to go crazy.
Right. From Connecticut, okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not from New York, I'm from Connecticut, for sure.
A lot of people get that mixed up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from Connecticut. Definitely, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Do you feel like people from Connecticut don't got a lot of love then, right? From music?
Yeah, for the most part, but you just gotta you know what I mean? You gotta travel a lot and just meet the right people and you'll be good. Yeah.
Well, and, for you, how you want to give back to, like, Connecticut and stuff like that when you start becoming, like, more and more bigger?
Just, like, basically just, like, helping out other artists. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't, like, you know what I mean? I had nobody really help me out, really, like, so you feel me? Just helping out other artists, like, you know what I mean? Show them the way.
And, how, right now, like, you dropping all this music, you drop the singles and stuff like that. How would you describe the sound? And
I'm, like, melodic, to be honest, but I can do anything, to be honest. I can really hop on anything. I'm open to do anything. Like, but definitely a melodic artist for sure.
Melodic. And when you say hop on anything, like any type of beats, what's one beat that, like, you think you can't, like, you don't really want to try it?
Honestly, I feel like I do everything.
You feel like you can do everything?
Hell yeah. Country, sample, drill, don't matter. I hop on it. That's how I'm feeling.
So, let's take it back to the beginning. How did you start it? How did you start getting into the whole rap game and all that? Like, what made you want to become a rapper?
Yeah, I started rapping on some random shit, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I just, like, it was like one day, I was just sitting around chilling. I was with one of my niggas, I was with my DJ and shit, and I just, like, you feel me, I heard this beat, and I was like, let me just try it, and I started fucking with it. Then after the first song, as a joke, people started listening to it. Then after that, I started dropping more music, for sure. So, like, I've been really rapping seriously for, like, 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And then, was Smoovito always the name, or, like, how did you get that name?
Everybody used to call me Smooth since I was a little kid. Everybody used to call me Smooth and shit, but I'm Costa Rican, too, so I just had to add a Smoovito to it.
Okay,
yeah,
Costa Rican. All right.
For sure.
And I see that you brought out everyone out here and stuff like that.
Yeah, these my niggas, we still stacking, to be honest. Niggas gonna learn that soon. My brother with me, my brothers, if you see them with me, they still stacking for sure, so niggas gonna know what it is.
And I always ask this question when everyone comes through, and when they bring everyone, what's the funniest story you guys have together?
Oh, nah, we got too many funny stories, to be honest. We got a whole lot of funny stories, to be honest. We be traveling a lot, like, I'm the type of nigga, like, if I'm going somewhere, all my niggas is come with me. So, like, we got a tons of funny stories. Like, I probably could think of a couple. You feel me?
Well, what's one thing you want to share to the fans? I mean,
just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Like, we got another artist in the group named Jay Esco. He's going crazy. He's only 17. Like, just stay tuned because we about to just start dropping, start flooding this whole year. Like, you know what I mean? So if niggas don't know me now, they about to know me in the future for sure.
And doing these interviews, one of the people that we brought in the past, Amaru Cloud.
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
How did you guys link up? Like, how did you guys met and all that?
Nah, we actually met through, how do we meet? We met at my boy, Marley crib. And I don't know if you know Jay Gwuapo. Jay Gwuapo, that's one of my close friends of mine, like, you know what I mean? So we was at this mansion party. Me and Amaru just got mad close. And we just chilling ever since. Like, you feel me? You hear the song, the Rico song? Say you feel like Smoovito? That's me. I'm Smoovito. Like that's me. Like you feel me? That's really my brother though. Amaru. Yeah, that's my guy.
Well, you know what type of advice has he given you about the whole music industry and everything?
He just told me just keep grinding. And just never give up on yourself. Like with this music industry type shit, like you just shit gets hard and shit. Just keep grinding and believe in yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And he tapped into a lot of other adventures. Like he told me he's doing like the luxury car business and stuff like that. For you, are you only going to be focusing on rap, or would you want to turn rap into other ventures?
Yeah, I definitely want to turn into other ventures for sure. Like definitely open up business around my community for sure. But I don't know what I want to do quite yet, but that's definitely I'm open minded to doing it.
Open-minded,
yeah.
Like stocks, NFTs is
stocks,
crazy
NFTs,
right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn way more about it. Like you feel me? I'm so open to learning new things.
And then there's fashion and all that.
Fashion, yeah, of course. I love the drip, so you know.
You love the drip?
Fashion, yeah. I'm always mostly dripping for sure.
What's the favorite fashion brand?
Right now I'm a big like you feel me. I fuck with everything. Like you feel me? If it's drip, I fuck with like Amaru. I fuck with Montclair, different flavors of Montclairs. I fuck with everything. As long as it's fly, I'm aware.
Right.
For sure.
And if the brand Smoovito has the chance to like, you know, collab with a fashion brand, what will be like?
That's a difficult question to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. Like right now, we talking about right now. I'm gonna go to Amaru, like you feel me? Like something like I have to go. Gallery department is fire. Yeah. Gallery department is fire, but like Palm Angels is underrated to me. I really love Palm Angels. What else? It's a new brand that it's called Sinclair. I fuck with a lot. Like so, I'm open to all the brands. So I like getting fly. To be honest, like real shit. Even in my crib, I be fly, like chilling. Like I wake up, like you feel me? It's drip. You feel me?
Just wake up. I just got the drip.
Yeah, wake up dripping like real shit.
Well, and when the fans see you drip, that's mostly in the videos and stuff like that. I want to get into like how do you choose like who's your videographer, how you want to shoot the video, and what's the thought processes for making the video.
Oh nah, to be honest, my brother be helping me out with all the treatment shits. Like we got cameramen like Declan, Kyle. We work with everybody. Like work with Tekka. Like we got a lot of dope videographers in CT though. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, so with treatments, that's really the man for the job though. Like he really like puts together the whole treatment. Then I just go put my little ones and twos and that shit.
All right. And how would you describe like I'm watching a Smoovito video? You know, I always get into the videos and I'm like, all right, I'm watching a Smoovito video. It's different than like, oh, I'm just watching another music video.
Oh, like what makes me stand out?
Yeah.
Shit, like every single video is gonna be different. Like especially in 2022, the flood, everything's gonna be different. Like everything's gonna be a different like type of video, different setting. For me, different cars, different women, like all types of shit, just different vibes. So everybody can be excited for that for sure.
And do you, when you're making music and stuff like that, who do you think is your audience? Like, what's your audience?
My audience is basically like people who really just understand me for sure. Like the people who like to drip, people who like to go out, people who like to have fun. Like if you listen to my music, and I be making a lot of pain songs too. Like if I'm ever going through some shit, I just go in the studio and talk that shit. So whoever people who go through that shit, like I'll make some like pain shit, or I'll make some like, oh, alright, it's time to go out and get dripping, like you feel me, and have fun. That's the type of shit I be on.
And what do you enjoy making more? Is it the pain music or the
It depends though. It depends on how I'm going through. Like you feel me? If I got heartbroken or some shit, I'm gonna go on my pain shit. But you feel me? If I'm having a lit time with my niggas, like and we in the stew going crazy, I'll hop on some drill shit. You feel me?
Alright. And how's the studio sessions like? You know what I'm saying? Is it like when you're in the studio making? It's probably the difference between making a heartbroken song and like.
Yo, my heartbroken song. Sorry to cut you off. I be like to be dolo. Like sometimes I be like, you feel me? But the I Know track that I just made, that wasn't really a heartbroken song. But like, you feel me? Like I don't know. I just got a vibe for that shit. And to me, Esco just went crazy like on that shit. So.
And one of my favorite songs for me is Lonely Cloud.
Yeah, everybody fuck with Lonely Cloud. Everybody fuck with Lonely Cloud for sure. Now, like, I was going through some shit during that time. Like, mad shit was going on through my life, like, for me. And everybody just, because, like, when you look at my Instagram and social media, you just think you just alright all the time. But niggas don't really understand what's really going on. So I just put that in my music.
Right. Has there ever been a time where there was, like, a story or a song that was too deep that you didn't want to put out yet? Like, you just for yourself?
That was actually Lonely Clouds at first.
Lonely Clouds?
Yeah, that was Lonely Clouds and some other shit called Broken Promises I had. That was definitely, like, you feel me? I was like, nah, like, you feel me? But sometimes, too, like with those songs, I just wrote the hook and I actually freestyled the rest. It was just that deep. So,
okay.
Hell yeah.
So do you enjoy writing or freestyling?
A little bit of both. I think most artists will say they just mostly freestyle, but I feel like if you want to make a really good song, though, you have to, like, to write a song. But freestyling is definitely fire, too. What I usually do, though, I write the hook, then I just freestyle the rest. But writing the whole song is definitely underrated.
All right.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with writer's block? When when you're probably writing a hook, like how do you deal like, oh, I can't think of anything like that? What do you do?
I drink Douce. Like, I be try. But with writer's block though, I just basically I basically just try to hear the melodies, hear different melodies in my head, and just try it out. And like whatever goes to the beat, I just try it.
And so far, what do you think has been the best verse you put out then?
The best verse I put out, I be walking on shit. But damn, the best verse I put out though.
I feel he looks like he already knows.
Yeah, what do you think the best verse I put out?
Sheesh. I mean, I like love songs, Smoovito. So
Yeah. So
I'd be on that little soft vibe.
he fuck with the I know, like the love song, like.
No, but I like the we did some shit. We dropped some shit in like 2019, entering 2020. Was it
Hold You Down with me, Esco?
Yeah,
Esco's a problem for sure. That's definitely Esco's a problem for sure. So basically, anything with him too, gotta be my top favorite verses. Like we be walking on shit together.
All right, so Esco, you gotta come to WSJU Radio.
What for sure? Watch, you're gonna hear. I can't tell you too much, but you're gonna hear a lot about him and a lot about me this whole 2022 for sure.
And you probably have a lot of songs, ready to release, and it's unreleased right now. How do you decide which song is like, oh, I'm gonna drop this now, I'm gonna drop this later? Like, for 2022, like you said, you have all this music coming out, but like, probably one song is probably like, oh, okay, I'll drop this now in January. I'll drop this song in like summertime.
Yeah, for like music, you gotta be like really strategic. So what I do, just basically like, and I'm the type of person like, I really listen to my friends and people I have around me because they're my best interest. They want to, like, do what's best for me. So, I'll play it around them, and, like, you feel me? We just, like, that's how we'll do it. Like, We'll just make sure, like, there's lesser tracks, and that's how we're going to do it. Yeah.
And most of your friends probably, have they ever told you, like, oh, I'm not jacking that? Like,
yeah, for sure. I'm not going to lie, for sure. For sure. Like, There's some songs that I would like, and they might not think it's all right, but you feel me? But I just like making music, man. I just like grinding and shit, so it's not. I be jacking on my songs over sure. Sometimes it might be an argument. Sometimes it might be an argument.
You gotta be arguing?
Yeah, for sure. But I be Gucci though. Sometimes you need constructive criticism.
Me and him, we go back and forth.
For sure. Me and Mark definitely go back and forth a lot.
Yeah, because I think everything needs to be calculated all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, we drop bass like, well, if the plan is in place, then it's gonna get dropped.
Now, my managers like everything to be perfect. So it's like, Sometimes it's a little annoying when you're in the studio because you're the one doing the work, but sometimes it gotta be, it is what it is.
Right.
You feel me?
And, when you're structuring your songs, then, in the studio, like, do you make sure, like, the hook is first? Like, I gotta make the hook first and then not think about the verse, or is the verse?
Nah, I just usually wait till after the song, like, to be honest. Sometimes it depends on the session, like, Sometimes, like, the hook might be first. Sometimes I might just do the whole song and figure out the hook as I go. Makes sense? So, yeah, it be lit like that.
All right. And what do you think is the most important for a song element? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say the hook is the most important. Nah, you got to find the right beat. There's people that think it's just what you're saying. What do you think?
Nah, I'm not going to lie. I think the hook got to be catchy. Like, The hook, it goes the hook, then the beat for me. Like, Like, I like the hook. My hook is fire. I know the whole song going to be fire. Like, you feel me? But then the beat is really important, too, though. I work with a lot of dope producers.
All right, you work with a lot of dope producers. I remember I was hearing that you worked with Glock. Who else have you worked with?
I work with Basil Beats. I work with you said Glock. I worked with who else?
Shout out Jumbo, man.
Shout out Jumbo. Yeah, Jumbo is another person still stacking. We work with him. Work with a whole bunch of people. Hems, I don't know if you Hems. Gwuapo worked with him as well. Just a whole bunch of people. You feel me?
All right, and who are some producers you want to tap in with? Are you seen?
Oh yeah, shout out producer Bem too. I almost forgot about him. Who else? Who else I like too? Asco got a couple songs with him. Emerald, I fuck with Emerald too. And A-Loud. I think a funny story about A-Loud. Like my first ever song I did was at A-Loud studio.
Oh,
yeah. So like
off records.
Off records. Yeah, for sure.
They came here one time. Him and Eli.
That was my first ever song was with A-Loud. So like you feel me? Then so definitely want to work with him though. That's my guy. Like A-Loud and Emerald, all them niggas my guys for sure.
And then you spoke. And I heard the Gwuapo. You got Esco, you made music with them. Calboy. Who else is on your radar that you want to make music with?
I fuck with a lot of people though. Like you feel me? I definitely want to do a song where like I fuck with Shorty. I fuck with Eli Frost. Something gonna be in the works with Calboy soon. I can't mention too much, but like It's a whole bunch of artists I'm working. You feel me? As long as it's none of my niggas ops, I work with them. That's how I feel. You feel me? But so a lot of people.
And what's your opinions about like features? You know, I just saw. You know, I don't know if you've seen it on like academics. Like A Boogie was like, "Oh, features are just whack." No, you know what I'm saying, like that. I want to know your opinion. Like, do you think like features help, or like you like enjoy music, making music by yourself?
I mean, I feel like both sense. Like, say if I drop like a tape, like, you know what I mean, I might drop a tape with no features. I might drop a tape with features. Like, you feel me? It's about who you want to vibe with. Like, you know what I mean? And like sometimes like what in like a team aspect. Making a song with somebody might just fit the song, so you just gotta just do it. And it's like usually fuck what people say. You gotta just do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Right. And you know, making music with other people. You know, you say you're dropping tapes. This year all the tapes gonna be by yourself, or can we see a collab tape with Smoovito and Esco?
That's definitely gonna come soon, for sure. Might not be for the first one, but I got definitely like a lot of surprise features on my tape that I'm gonna drop. But Esco definitely gonna be on there. I'll confirm that. Esco definitely gonna be on that.
We can confirm that. Can we confirm the name? How many songs?
No, we can't confirm
nothing yet.
Nothing, like, you feel me? Soon though, for sure. I'll come out with like a track list and shit then, for sure.
So you already know the single. What's gonna be for the?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Can we even get that name for that?
Nah, we can't.
Not that.
No names. Mark Lou not jacking in. My boy Ron here quiet not jacking in nothing. So we not doing no names, nothing right now. But I'll fuck with it though.
And when you send music, you know, on your release, and like for the tapes and stuff, it's only for the people around you. Like, have you ever dealt with leaks or anything like that?
Oh, hell yeah. Leaks is crazy. Especially dealing with a couple people from the city that I fuck with. Like, all their shit getting leaked. So I learned quick. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, make sure when you're in the studio, nobody has access to your songs. So, I definitely dealt with a whole bunch of leaks, though. So, you gotta get them shits removed ASAP.
Do you feel like, how do you feel about leaks like when fans do it? Like, oh, I just did it because, you know, I fuck with your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like they disrespecting you, or like, you know, maybe they're showing a little too much fan love?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like a love-hate relationship. You feel me? Because, like, they'll leak a song that you might not even be sure about. And, like, you feel me? They'll really jack it. But honestly, though, nah, I'm not really jacking the leak songs. Hell no. Because I put that work in. But it happens, though. It happens. But not with my tapes or none of that shit. Right. Definitely can't get leaked at all.
And, you know, when we come a lot of music, we spoke about the fans. I want to know, what's the weirdest fan interaction you had?
Oh my goodness. Yo, it's a whole bunch of weird fan reactions. I had people that got my number randomly, FaceTime me up. Like, I had mad shit, like, you feel me? So, like, what's a weird ass fan reaction I had? It would probably be, what else? What did you say? Probably in Cali, right? Yeah, probably in somewhere in California. But I got a lot of weird. I can't think of my top of my head, but a lot of weird, like, some weird shit. It'd be funny though, for real. Yeah. And
do you find yourself making music for the fans or for yourself? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of rappers like, oh, I just, you know, the fans like this, so let me just keep dropping this, or like, do you be like, nah, you know what, I want to stick with my own.
Nah, to be honest, I really listen for it though. Like, I'm the type of person I'll listen to my fans. Like, I make music for myself, but I definitely gotta take your fans into consideration, because the reason why you're here, it makes sense. Right. So, like, yeah, but so definitely listen to fans. If fans like to want like a love song, even if I'm in the mood to make a fucking pain song, I'm gonna make a love song for the fans for sure.
Pain song, love song. You know, fans be controlling, and you know the numbers. Do you feel like you get lost in the numbers? Because a lot of rappers be like, oh, if I'm not getting this type of number, I might as well stop. Like, have you ever dealt with doubt? Have you ever dealt with any of that? And like, if you did, how did you push through it? I mean,
I really don't care about that number shit, to be honest, because like I said, like, I know how I am, like, you know, and I know my talent, so I'm really confident in my talent. I don't really care about the numbers, like, you know what I mean? So I just know something gonna click regardless. So that's what I'm really comfortable with.
Right. And you know, if we with the whole comfortability, and like, you don't care about the numbers, and like, you care about like who jacking you and all that. Who was that one person that, you know, you didn't know that was tuned in, that reached out, like, oh, like, he's tuned in, like, so, you know, like, I know I'm doing something right. That's what I would say. That's basically what happened with Jay Gwuapo though. Like, you know what I mean? I really didn't know him for real. Like, it just pulled up on the off records, and like, you feel me? He heard me. He didn't know I was making music like that. Then he saw something in me. You feel me? So then after that, it's been my boy ever since. Right. Yeah. And what was that one time where, like, you know, that click, like, oh, I need to take this serious? What did you see? Like, oh, I could turn this into a career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure. Like, basically, like, turning into a career, I was like, once I started to see that I had fans, like real fans, like especially in Connecticut and in New York. So I'm like, all right, bet. At first I was playing around with it, just having fun, like go to get drunk, go to the studio. But like, once you see like the people's reactions, like, oh, nah, this is fine, you got to keep going. That just motivates you to keep going. And that's fans in New York and Connecticut, what was the farthest fan that reached out to you? Like, oh, I'm from this place, and I listen to you.
Nah, there's a whole bunch. Like, I got fans from, like, Netherlands. I have a whole lot of fans in Canada. What's some other ones we know?
Canada is definitely, like, Canada, UK, they show a lot of...
Nah, Canada is definitely, like, when I go to Canada, like, they all show nothing but love.
Shout out to Ottawa.
Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, everywhere in Canada, Vancouver. Like, we love Canada for sure. Definitely got to go back.
Are we going to see a lot of performances this year?
Nah, for sure, yeah. Of course. I'm trying to perform a lot this whole year, so God willing, you know, there's all this cool COVID shit going on, so. But definitely, like, you know what I mean?
If Rolling Loud New York comes, we got to see Smoovito.
Nah, yeah, I'm on there for sure. I deserve to be. Like, you know what I mean? I'm confident in my abilities. Like,
nah, I do too. I feel it.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So you got to see me popping up everywhere, like. For sure.
Right. Rolling Loud. When you see Rolling Loud, there's Gov Ball. We gotta see that.
Everything, like, you feel me? I gotta be on everything too. Like, hopefully to see you there too, man, doing your thing. So, like, you know what I mean? So we gonna go crazy this year, flood everything.
So, you know, you say the goal is to drop tapes, but like, what is like what do you want to see with the tapes? Like, how many people do you want to listen to? Like, what do you want to see? 100K on it, a mil? Like, what's the goal for those?
No specific number. For real, like, just basically, I just want people to have like a good, like, you know what I mean? See the art of the music, like, you know what I mean? Really like the music, like, you know what I mean? To see like really what I'm capable of. I never dropped a tape, like I said, and I dropped a whole bunch of singles. So once they see that, like, you know, we can drop a tape, they're just gonna want more and more.
That's definitely a fact. I think, you know, when we talk about it right now is kind of just showing his fans that, you know what I mean, he could put together a good body of work. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of artists and industries, they may be able to put out good singles, but then when they drop their tape or album, it's really not that flock. You know what I mean? So it's just about proving that.
And the reason why I haven't dropped the tape yet, like, I'm the type of person, I'm mad picky too. Like, I wouldn't drop anything unless it's a good body of work. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely mad picky on that shit.
And when you drop a tape, are you looking at like, I'm dropping my best songs, or are you trying to make the tape like cohesive into like track 1 is kind of related to like track 8, track 7, track 9, you know, something like that, or it's just like hit after hit after hit?
A little bit of both, but to be honest, it gotta be like everything fire though, like, you know what I mean? Because like what my brother like really like my family, my managers, like, you know what I mean, what they really say, and I put it in my head, like, no skips. So now that I think, like, you know what I mean, before I make a song, I'm like, all right, bet, like, you feel me? If it's gonna be on a tape, it gotta be no skips. You feel me? So that's what we on. Still stacking, no skips on no tapes.
And with Still Stacking, you know what I'm saying, are you guys going to try and turn that into like a miniature label, into like, you know, whole like QP?
We already the label. Basically, we do everything. Everything where we're from, we do everything, to be honest. So we already a label. We just growing and growing.
And you guys are planning to get the LLC, because that's important, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. We on everything, for sure. For sure.
Right. And that leads into my last question. I always ask this question to everyone that comes in through. What type of legacy do you want to have with the name Smoovito? And, you know, the group Still Stacking, you know, when people bring up like Lil Baby's 4PF and stuff like that, I want to know what you think is people going to think about when Still Stacking is in that conversation. And, you know, with Smoovito's in that type of conversation.
Nah, with Still Stacking, I want everybody to know, just never stop and never be satisfied. Like, when I mention Still Stacking, what it means to me is, like, you feel me? I got to make $500K and the job is not done yet. Like, you know what I mean? I need millions. So, like, what? I want people to learn about us, though. Like, you feel me? So, like, so they never forget. It's like, you know what I mean? Never stop your goals. Never stop your dreams. Make sense? So that's what we rocking with. And for our legacy, like, I just want always to be remembered. Like, you know what I mean? As like, doing good and always working hard.
Right. And right before we end it, you said 500K, job not finished. So when would you think, like, you did this and, all right, I think I'm kind of done? Like, what would be that moment?
It's a love-hate relationship, but, like, I really think there's always more you could do, especially with helping with your community. Or, like, helping your family, all types of shit. There's always more you could do. So never really be satisfied with yourself. You always could do more. Right. So it's basically just, you know what I mean? Just push yourself to elevate.
Right. And what's one thing you want to say to the fans before we head out?
Man, tune the fuck in, man. We going crazy for the stack and shit, man. Shout out to Jay Esco. Shout out to Mark Lou. Shout out to Ron. All my niggas know what the fuck is up. Like, you know what I mean? We flooding the whole 2022. We not done flooding at all. So if me not fuck with us, drown. That's it.
Right. And what's the Instagram? Where people can find you guys?
Smoovito_Smoovito. You know the rest. Like.
All right. Thank you for coming through.
You know what's going on, bro? Pleasure to be here, bro. You already know.